Sirius, a star with a story beyond its glow. Sirius, while twinkling as the brightest star in the night sky, is not actually alone. What seems like a single point of light holds a more complex story beneath its brilliance. Sirius is a star system that has sparked the imagination of countless civilizations, scientists, and mystery seekers throughout history. However, this star has lived as more than just an astronomical object. It has been intertwined with human history, serving as a symbol, a guide, and sometimes even a source of wisdom. The rise of Sirius, more than just a star. In ancient times, when people looked up at the sky, they noticed something extraordinary about Sirius that set it apart from other stars: its immense brightness and dazzling glow. This special star held different meanings for many cultures, but it was especially important to the ancient Egyptians. They called this bright star Sopdet and made it a sacred symbol in their cultural and religious beliefs. For them, Sirius was not just a star, but a goddess who guarded the cycle of life and the order of the universe. Every year, the appearance of Sirius in the sky was seen as a divine sign that the flooding of the Nile River was near. The Nile's floods were vital for agriculture, bringing fertile soil to the fields and creating the foundation of Egypt's great agricultural wealth. With the annual reappearance of Sirius each summer, the Nile River would nourish the land with its rich soil, bringing life and prosperity to the people of Egypt. The rise of Sirius in the sky signaled not only the cycle of nature, but also the renewal of life, the coming of abundance, and the preservation of cosmic order. The Egyptians saw this celestial event as a divine gift, greeting Sirius with deep respect and admiration, which is why the star stood at the center of Egypt's spiritual and agricultural life. But Sirius wasn't only significant in the lives of Egyptians. It had a deep place in the myths and beliefs of many ancient civilizations around the world. Its extraordinary brightness and dazzling light made it a meaningful celestial symbol, not just for Egyptians but also for other cultures. For the ancient Greeks, this bright star was seen as the loyal dog of one of the sky's greatest hunters, Orion, and they called it the dog star. In Greek mythology, Sirius was believed to hunt alongside Orion in the sky. This myth was linked to Sirius's proximity to the Orion constellation. Together, this legendary sky hunter and his faithful dog chased after endless prey in the heavens. The rise of Sirius meant much more than a simple astronomical event for the Greeks. It marked the start of the hottest and driest days of summer, a period known as the dog days. The Greeks associated this time with extreme heat, bursts of energy, and sometimes uncontrollable forces of nature and human life. Sirius' brightness and its connection to these hot days gave it a powerful and mysterious aura in Greek mythology. Thus, Sirius became more than just a star in the sky, transforming into a central figure of nature and mythology. As the years passed, Sirius opened the door to new discoveries not only in mythological stories, but also in the light of science. In the 19th century, Friedrich Bessel noticed a strange irregularity in the movements of Sirius. Bessel's observations suggested that Sirius might have an unseen companion. This prediction was later confirmed through telescopes, revealing that Sirius was not one, but two stars, Sirius A and Sirius B. However, Sirius B was so faint that it could only be observed with powerful telescopes. Sirius B was a white dwarf, containing some of the densest matter in the universe. Small, faint, but incredibly dense, this star drew the attention of scientists as the mystery behind Sirius's glow. A source of mysterious wisdom, the Dogon people and Sirius. The Dogon tribe, living deep in West Africa, astonished the world's scientists with their advanced knowledge of Sirius. For centuries, the Dogon had known that Sirius wasn't just a single star, and that it had an invisible companion called Sirius B. Moreover, they knew about this companion's cycle, movements, and characteristics. But how did they acquire this information long before modern telescopes were even invented? The Dogon people claimed that they received this knowledge from superior beings who came from the sky. The mysterious information the Dogon tribe had about Sirius deeply intrigued Western scientists, showing once again how significant Sirius was from a scientific perspective. A star of friendship. Across the stars, Sirius has always been a guiding light for humanity, shining as the only beacon of hope for sailors lost in the dark seas for centuries. To avoid getting lost and to find the right direction during night voyages, sailors turned to this friendly star, which glittered in the sky like a safe harbor. For people living in the northern hemisphere, Sirius not only lit up the cold and dark nights of winter, but also shone brightly in the middle of the harsh winter, offering hope, while signaling the start of warm summer days with a promise of renewal. The presence of such a bright star in the sky has not only connected individuals, but also created a bond between different cultures and civilizations, becoming a universal symbol that has united people through generations. Freemasons considered Sirius to be a symbol of spiritual enlightenment. To them, Sirius was not just a star, but a representative of a divine light from the depths of the universe. In Masonic rituals, Sirius was a sign of the spiritual journey toward the unknown. In their symbols, Sirius was called the bringer of light and was regarded as the source of knowledge, an astronomical journey. Sirius's story is not only a mythological and cultural narrative, but also a cornerstone of modern science and astronomy. By studying Sirius's movements and its companion star, Sirius B, astronomers have gained significant insight into the evolution of stars. Sirius B was once a bright star like Sirius A, but over time, it burned through its energy and became a white dwarf. Now this small, dense star glows faintly after its death, offering new clues about how the universe works. The life cycles of stars can be observed in the Sirius system. Before becoming a white dwarf, Sirius B went through a red giant phase, and this process helped us learn more about the evolution of Sirius. These kinds of star systems teach astronomers a great deal about the life cycles of stars in the universe. One day, Sirius A will also burn through its energy, expand into a red giant, and eventually end as a white dwarf like its companion. This process will take millions of years, but Sirius' brightness and its importance in the sky will change forever. The future of Sirius, brightness is not eternal. Though Sirius is known as the brightest star in the sky, it won't hold this title forever. In millions of years, Sirius A will enter the final stages of its evolution, just like Sirius B. As the star exhausts its energy, it will expand, become a red giant, and eventually shed its outer layers into space, transforming into a white dwarf. This transformation will cause Sirius A to lose its current brightness. When that day comes, a new star may take Sirius' place in the sky. But Sirius's story will never be forgotten, both scientifically and culturally, in human history. Sirius's reappearance in the night sky may signal the opening of new doors to discovery for humanity. As technology advances and our knowledge of the universe grows, the depths of the Sirius system will reveal secrets yet to be uncovered. This star still has much to teach us, and perhaps one day, when its mystery is fully solved, we will face entirely new questions that will shine light on the darkest corners of the universe. Conclusion: a star whose glow never fades. Sirius is not just a point of light in the sky, but a story that stretches from the past to the future. It has been associated with gods in mythology, led to new discoveries in science, and has always been a star that nourishes the human spirit. Every time humanity looks up and sees the glow of Sirius in the night sky, they are witnessing the reflection of a cosmic evolution spanning millions of years. Perhaps this is why Sirius has always been seen as a source of wisdom and continues to be an inspiration for humanity. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.